everyone, my name is Hannah and I would love to start a web series here on my YouTube channel, and I'll be talking about different aspects of the environment. Today's topic is winter. We'll be going through many different aspects of winter, so stick around to see what it's all about. As we all know, winter is our cold season and we all love winter, right? Right? Okay, maybe some of us more than others, but regardless, winter comes around every year. But why does it occur? Think about it this way. Our globe is tilted, and during our 365-day journey around the sun, we get 4 different seasons: summer, spring, fall, and winter. Summer, we are tilted directly towards the sun, making us really warmed up. Spring and the fall, we are not directly towards the sun. That's when we get more of our moderate temperatures. And during the winter, we are not towards the sun at all, resulting in our very cold temperatures. When talking about winter, we have to talk about snow. Without snow, it would never feel like winter. It's a huge part of it. So let's learn about how snowflakes are made. A snowflake is formed when a droplet of water freezes on a speck of dust or pollen in the atmosphere. As it falls to the ground, it begins to freeze. So, as we know, no snowflake looks alike. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not checking every snowflake outside. Although we may never know that for sure, we know that snowflakes are made individually. Snowflakes get their shape by the internal order of water crystals that are being reflected out and crystallized to form our symmetrical 6-sided snowflake. That is a lot to unpack. So, these snowflakes have a huge part on winter, and they play a huge part. We go sledding, we do skiing, we have so much fun, and it has a lot of weird things that it does. Sometimes winter sounds really weird. Sometimes it's really loud and sometimes it's really quiet. Let's talk about why. Noises have sound waves. So my voice is creating sound waves. And when it's freshly snowed outside, the snow absorbs those sound waves, making it sound really quiet. So if it's really quiet then, you might be wondering, when can it get really loud? Let's talk about it. When snow freezes or water freezes when it's outside, our sound waves, instead of being absorbed, get bounced off and we sound really, really loud. Sometimes you might notice a car driving by and it get really, really loud, louder than normal. That's why. You might be wondering, what benefits does winter have for spring? Is it bad for all the plants? Winter has a lot of benefits for the incoming spring. A lot of the snow that's been collecting nutrients gets melted away and slowly dispersed into the soil. This allows for plants to get tons of water and nutrients from that soil, even from yellow snow. This acts as a booster for our incoming spring plants, making them very vibrant and very healthy. Regardless of what you look like, you're always trying to stay warm. You're wearing heavier clothes just to keep warm. Our animal friends are not able to do that. They don't have any coats or boots they can wear outside, so they have to come up with different methods to cope with the winter. So let's explore some of those methods that they use. Some animals, like the monarch butterfly, like to pack up and leave for the winter. They get to go to way more warmer places than we do. We have to stay here. But they decide that this habitat no longer fits them like it used to. So they go ahead and head south. Now, this is called migration. Migration, in simple terms, is put as moving to another place. So we could maybe migrate from our kitchen to our bedroom. We moved from one place to another. That's kind of what they're doing. For our animals that stay here, they have to come up with completely different ways. So we can take the owl, for example. They like to fluff out their feathers real big and they look kind of chunky. And this improves their insulation. So less heat is escaping their body and less cold air is able to get in. This helps them a lot and it conserves energy while doing it. Some little birds like to eat a lot of fat foods. So this is like they have food like suet and they love peanut butter. Peanut butter is very fat and it benefits them a lot. So they collect all this fat during the day and at night they shiver it off. And shivering, as we know, keeps you warm because you're moving. So it gets their blood pumping and it keeps them warm and they shed off all that fat that they had collected during the day. Just for the next day, they have to go and collect it again. Now, you might notice in the winter, we don't really have a lot of green plants around. So you might be wondering what some animals are eating. Let's talk about the rabbit and deer for a second. They usually like to eat a lot of greenery, but as I just said, we don't have a lot of greenery around here. So they have to change their diet a little bit. So instead of eating all those greeny plants, they change to woody plants. And this also changes their poo. Rabbits usually kind of have mushy poo, but instead in the winter, because they're eating woody plants, it kind of turns really dry. And if you pinch it, it kind of dusts up and becomes just really kind of crunchy and just like dust. Throughout this video, I've been talking a lot about winter and a lot about snow. So let's do something fun. Let's create a snowflake together. For our craft today, you'll need Q-tips, any color of paper, and tape, glue, whatever you have to put the Q-tips on the paper. I did end up finding some glue, so I'm going to use that. Place down your first Q-tip like this, and then take your halved Q-tips and put them at an angle on the sides. Don't worry if they're not perfect, it'll turn out great anyway. Now we'll take our 12 small little Q-tips and put them at an angle again at the tip of these long Q-tips. And this is how it should look at the end. Let me know how yours turned out. Now let's do 5 fast facts about snow. Snowflakes can get really big. There have been reports of snowflakes being 6 to 7 inches. This season, it snowed 54.5 inches in Iowa. Snow isn't really white. It's translucent. Snow is a really good insulator. That's why both animals and humans make homes with it. It takes about an hour for a snowflake to reach the ground. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something new today. Please come back for more videos in the future.